Hey everyone, welcome to the new year, and as you can see I've done some changes. I got a new haircut thanks to my mommy. I actually haven't had to pay for a haircut. I've only had to pay for 2 haircuts in the last like 7 years, literally. So part of the new changes for the new year, let's see, I'm going to be changing the schedule from every Thursday like I did since last February, to every other Sunday. So today is the first Sunday, and so it's every other Sunday from now. This is because of it's taking up a lot of my personal time. Like literally, almost all my thought process was on brainstorming ideas, getting it ready, and I had little time to begin with because I was working part-time. That whatever little time I did have wasn't, it was like big projects, a lot of time, and it really wasn't working out. So I'm changing the schedule, but I'm hoping to do more quality projects with you guys. Another new thing that I've added, if you go to handymandtv.weebly.com, this is for, I'll put the link below. There's of course like the little section that has all like the websites and all the social media and stuff. I will put a specific link below for the exclusive content, and what that is what I'm going to do is the projects that I plan on doing for future episodes. I've put it 3 projects at a time so that you can actually input on what you want to see me do, input ideas, help me come up with stuff. I've already planned 2. With the new year, I'm doing a lot of organizing. Our house is being organized. A lot of family members are pitching in, and there is a amazing woman who subscribed to my channel, and then I actually returned the favor, and that's At Home with Nikki. Hi, Nikki. She had this great video about creating a home organizer, and so I have kind of followed suit, but I'm not going to buy, like, she had bought Martha Stewart. I just went to the dollar store so that you guys could see that this is also affordable. So most of the stuff is like $1 to $2 each, and so I'm gonna run through all those steps of what I've come up with. And so with the new projects, with getting organized, I'm going to make a jewelry display case, and it's going to be like a picture frame with doorknobs and all fancied up. One of them could be by itself. I'm going to make one for my mom, and using the items as is because they're in really good condition. And the other one is going to be using what I want but changing it because maybe I don't like the look, or what I found that I can work with has to be changed in order to make everything cohesive. So that will be the next episode, 2 weeks from now. And the one after that, if you want to go check out the link below. So you guys have a little form that I've put at the bottom of those pages. So you go to exclusive content, upcoming projects, and there will be 3 columns with a little like picture preview of whatever the project is to represent it. You click on that link to go to the page, and you'll see a little photo preview thing with all the pictures that just randomly found on Google. I don't have any rights to it. I'm just showing it to depict all the ideas. And then you guys will see the different stuff that I'm going to be using for that project. So if you want to recommend something, recommend where to get a better price, or how to make things interesting, or alternatives for whatever that project is, there's a little box below that you can leave all your comments. I ask that you do it there and not below on like this YouTube channel or whatever, because if somebody else wants to see what you've posted, they don't have to go to all the different videos. So if we all do it in one place, then we can all talk and chat to each other. I'm still in progress of working, because this is just the first time that you guys are hearing about it. If you're on my Facebook page, I posted almost like a week ago. So I am still in the works on trying to make it come up like the comments that are below, like on a YouTube page, to come up on my website. So I do need to figure that out so that you guys can like reply to each other. It's in the works. I'm not like, I took computer programming, but it's a matter of going online and seeing if there's any kind of like cheat HTML codes to put in there. So anyways, So right now I am organizing our household, and a lot of it is taken from At Home with Nikki and her ideas, and I was like, wow, she's really thorough with what her stuff is. So I'm going to do something along the lines, but I'm using all the stuff that I found at the dollar store, and there's a couple items that you can find at Walmart as well, because they won't necessarily carry it at Dollarama. First things first, I took an old, really large hot cocoa container, and I ripped the label off, and I'm putting it as a memory box. What I really liked was that instead of throughout the year, it's like, oh yay, it's a new year, or like me and my family were not big on Happy New Year's parties. We just used it as another excuse to spend time with family, just have like a little get together. So to remember all the good things that happened in the year, and to also stay positive, because it's a lot better than being negative. So if you stay positive all the time, you're always thinking about positive things, you look back on all the positives. Positive changes your outlook on life and makes you more energetic. You're not as tired or depressed if you're focusing so much on the positive. So I had this, and what I've done is I took some cardstock, took some different colored cardstock that I got at Staples, but of course you can get like the little stacks like this that are multicolored at the dollar store. So I've got some multicolored ones, and hopefully this will last the whole year. I expect there to be lots and lots of happy memories. So I'm going to put one in right now. So now all these little memories we're going to put in here, so that at the end of the year, say January 2014, we can go back and we can just read to each other and say, oh, this is all the stuff that's happening, and just focus on the positive. And then repeat it again for the next year and the next year and the next year. So that's the plan. Next up is, I'm going to start with this big bad boy. So what I've done is I've gotten two little like organizers for me and my mom, and we're going to put all our receipts in here so that we are organized for taxes, because it is a pain in the butt when I literally will get conscripted and my family will be like, oh, I'll pay you this much and you organize all my receipts. I don't want to have to do that. As much as I like the money, I'd rather just do it slowly throughout the year. So of course, this pink one is for my mom. She loves her pink. And this one's for mine, and I've already started it. So when I watch like a video or something online, I'll try to multitask, which I usually do anyways, multitasking. I'll go through my receipts and organize them, and I've already put tabs. Now me and my family, we get to count self-employment, so our categories are possibly different than yours if you're not self-employed. I don't drive, I bike as my method of transportation, so instead of paying for like gas, which you can get covered with being self-employed, your vehicle repairs, your upkeep, your oil changes, all those little things, I do that, but I do it for my bike. So I've had to repair it at least twice this past year, since Fudge! Shh! Big protector. So I have that one. We can claim like food, going out to eat, getting small snacks, which would count as for work. Business supplies for the office, so always getting my mom's pens, whiteout. She already gets certain supplies from head office for her business, so the rest that we have to get on our own from like the dollar store or Staples or whatever, we can claim those. And entertainment, so any personal entertainment items, YouTube expenses, all the stuff I've bought for the channel for doing the crafts. I'm hoping that I can change that so that I have an incoming monetary values and money coming in, so that I can cover that instead of paying out of the money that I have from my part-time job. And then the other categories are for things like prescription medication, medical expenses, And the other ones are just random stuff like when I go at work, I work in a grocery store, so all the stuff that I buy for bricks and stuff, I may be able to count. I have to check first. Otherwise, it just goes into like the random slot. So those are those. And then next up we have a binder. And what's really lucky too is, except for these two things, most of the color and some like the little journals and stuff, most of the colors are kind of this turquoisey blue color. So even though I bought it from the dollar store, I managed to find all the colors to match. So what you could do is see what they are and just match the colors to whatever you can find, unless you're going to mix and match. So in this first page protector, I have the calendar for 2013. And what I chose was, I wanted it like this, so that say we're on the 13th of Sunday. So if there's something that's, the 31st of January, I don't have to flip through the pages to look. I can see it all on one page. So that was the ideal. And so there's also a little section in the back for phone and address and, all the random stuff that's always included. I have a separate address book. So depending on how we want to arrange that, I could use it, say, for the mechanic, or just have like a second spot for mechanic and stuff. And then I went to Staples, and I should have went to Walmart because they're so much cheaper. I got this pack of little business card holders, and I don't know if I put any business cards in here. So that's that section. And then I just put a whole bunch of paper in here in case we need to like jot something down and tear it out or leave notes or anything. I'm not entirely sure why I put that in there. I just know that I'm probably going to need it. I wanted to put, I wanted to put a section after the business cards of page protectors. So I'll show you these. My puppy's dying for my attention. She just loves me. Yes, yes. So these page protectors were a pack of 100 for $6. And of course these are, I got these at the Fanshawe College bookstore where I went to college. And so I still have like 2/3, 3/4 of them left. So what I'm going to do is, all these menus that we collect from stores that we go to, or not stores, restaurants that we go to, I'm going to organize all this into categories and then put them in page protectors and tab them so that, say we want burgers, I just go to the burger tab, or pizza, or Chinese food. We'll have all these menus and I can just pull it out. Because what happens is, say my mom's out doing something and I'm here at home and I'll be like, I'm getting really hungry. I'll call my mom and say, okay, so what do you want? What do you in the mood for? Say it's, we're in for burgers. Oh, do you want to go to Simon's Prime Burger? Just so good, so delicious. We love this place. So I'll be like, okay, so what did you want? Well, instead of trying to remember off the top of my head since the last time we were there and memorize all the items that were on the menu, I have the menu right here and I can be like, oh, I want this, 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 and this. If it's something like pizza, I can call to, say, Paisanos, which is where we go, and I could be like, I want a small pizza, mushroom, and bacon chunks. And they'll tell me how long it's going to be before it's ready. And I can then call my mom back and say, oh, it's going to be this amount and it's going to be ready in this many minutes. So I had the menu right in front of me and I can choose from that. And I have the number in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the number, say, in our address book. And I already have them on my phone because sometimes I'm out with my mom and we're like, oh, we're getting hungry. Let's call them in advance. And I already have the number on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to organize this. Alright, so I've got about 6 categories. Hamburgers, Chinese food, sushi, pizza, random restaurants that don't have any specific category. They're like, they serve a whole bunch of everything. Though technically one of them is kind of a seafood place. And then other stores that kind of mix together that are specialty shops, but I don't have enough menus to put their own category. I could later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the burgers in one, and the same with all the other ones. So each category is going to have its own little envelope. If you wanted to go ahead and put tabs on them, there are tabs like these, and I would suggest using like a permanent marker and one that's not going to fade. The other one is these little post-it hanging file folder tabs. Those also work really well. So I have those. If I wanted to tab them, I'm going to leave them in here because with the new year we want to go around and collect all the menus, and then I can organize it more and then put tabs and put their own page protectors and stuff in alphabetical order or by which ones we go to more often versus others. Alright, now the other part of my binder is this old business card holder that I got at the dollar store is running out of room, and because the cards have been in there for so long, when I'm trying to take them out, it's falling apart. So what I've done is I've taken out all the ones that are relevant that I can use, and I've sorted them into rough categories. And of course, I've only got like 5 pages, so I have a whole bunch. Like, I took fashion design at Fanshawe College and I graduated. So I have a whole bunch of business cards from when I was doing all the going around fabric shopping in different cities. Let's get rid of some of these duplicates. Oh, never mind. Going around to different cities, mainly Toronto, London, I think Kitchener, Mississauga or something up towards Toronto was another one that we went to at least one year. And then we went to downtown Manhattan and went to Mood Fabrics. Ooh. So I've got a whole bunch of fabric cards. These ones are for like networking. So I have John Sarah White, who does the photography for Unbound magazine, which they hand out at the show and set some aside for the kids as portfolio pieces. Some other people for copying. Some people that I've met along the way that are in like the industry or just resources for different stuff. And then contacts from people I have from school, and I have ones of like the orthodontics and stuff, like medical, networking, basic ones for work and stuff. And some of the other ones are just random ones. Some of them are for like Bijan Art Studio is in London, so if you wanted art supplies, they're really good. Bibles for Missions for like thrift shopping, and just random food ones that I picked up along the way. So I'm going to put them in here. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of business cards. If there's any people that you have to get in contact on a regular basis, like say you're a mechanic, or if you're doing shipping like UPS guy, or just anybody that you use on a regular basis, get the business card and put it in here as like your master list. And then you can also go ahead and put it in like your phone book, so then you don't have to look up the card. And another trick too is if you say, like say I know Crystal from Fanshawe, and just to make sure that I remember who she is, because it says Campus Watch Coordinator, blah blah blah, I make sure to put on the back how I know her, or little tidbits on like say, you know, her boyfriend's name, or if she's got a husband, or her dog's name, or just little tidbits, so then you can remember her more, and you don't have to sound like you've completely forgotten previous conversations if you haven't seen her in a while. And then I got this little bag guy. This is a personal kind of shopping, it holds all your coupons, so you can organize it by category, and it has like a little list for when you do your shopping. I highly recommend getting like a little magnifying glass, because there's oftentimes small print and not everybody can see the small print. So it's one thing for you to be able to see what's on the coupon, but the cashier has to see it too. So if you carry this and they can't see the fine print, they can at least read it. And then if you wanted to as well, you can put in this like a little sheet that's a rubric or a legend, as it were, what it means by one per purchase, one per transaction, making sure that you read all like the fine details, like what means what, because sometimes it can get confusing, and you can probably find a cheat sheet online because a lot of people are doing the coupon clipping now. And then next and finally is this little telephone book. This was at Staples, and if you go to like the back on the end of each of the aisles, they've got like a whole bunch of discount stuff. So this was like not even $2. And so, which I just am opening up for the first time now, and it's not just, the little tabs on the side. All like the little sections, it's got, the person's name, their phone number, their email address, business, cell phone. It's also got their, I think that's supposed to be like a computer or something. And the other one's got a little candle it looks like a cake with a little candle on it. So I'm thinking that's supposed to represent like their birthday, which is interesting as well. So, because some of these numbers are going to be for, say, my mom, for personal use or for business, my numbers versus my brother's, so say our phone needs to be reset and we don't want to lose all the contacts, we can have all the master lists in here. If, say, I have a contact to one of my friends, but my mom doesn't have it, if I have it in this book, she can always look it up and try to get a hold of them to get a hold of me, or, ask them something or whatever. So what I'm going to do is, all these numbers I'm going to highlight. So pink is for my mom. I'm going to use blue for me, and I will use green for business. So, I'm going to be doing this, and yeah. One last thing, which I think I forgot to mention, is this. I use an old Kleenex box to keep my receipts before I put them in the organizer if I can't get to it right away. So just with organizing, you can use just about anything, and the rule of thumb is if it's a box or if it's a container. If it's a container, make sure that the top is wide enough to put items in. If it's like a big jug with like a little spout, it's kind of useless unless you're going to cut it off and fix the edges so they're not sharp or anything. So that's it. I hope to see you guys all the next episode. And of course, I want to look forward to hearing all your feedback on projects and any requests as well. You can put them below, or you can go to handymanitv.weebly.com.